Yo, what up? What up? All right, we're gonna get started right now. Man, it took me a little bit to get dialed in, but we got everything here. We're good. It's Monday. Yeah, magazine preview. All right, let me turn this thing on right now as we go live right now. What up? We're back. Man, I just posted a video right before I went live. I was like, man, you know what? I got to do a video. It's Monday. Got to check in with you guys, see how you guys been, and kind of let you know what's coming up. So, later, if you missed it, go back to the videos and check it out. We got some info right there on kind of what's going down later this month and also this week. So pretty excited about that. Leon, what's up, man? Model car 1589. What's up, man? Just right here, getting another week started, bro. It's Monday, gotta start things off with the magazine preview, get hyped up. What up, Juan? Chevy man, what's up? Gotta get things started with these mags, get warmed up, and then, get ready for tomorrow. Because tomorrow we got the podcast episode 266, which I'm excited to be doing with Bancho, bringing him back on. So, if you guys got any questions regarding, painting your models or anything like that, anything paint related, hit me up, drop a line, and, I'll gather up that info and relay the message right there and ask away. Armando Flores, what's up? Let's see. Juan says, working on Hot Wheels paint job while listening. Oh, hell yeah, bro. That's what's up. That's cool, Juan. Nice. Yeah, man. I've been getting like just super hyped on painting, bro. Like just looking at videos, doing research, going on Instagram and looking up people's accounts and just going backwards, just like looking up all the stuff they've been posting. Bugs, what's up, man? Thanks for joining us. Yeah, we're gonna get started in a little bit right now. And yeah, man, it's been cool. Just kind of looking stuff up. Yesterday I shared in one of my posts the John Kosmowski video that he had done a long time ago, and this one was about marbleizing, and that one was interesting. I remember like watching bits of it, but not really seeing like the whole thing, right? And now that I rewatched it, I really understood like every product that he was talking about in the video. So that was very interesting. And when he was talking about marbleizing, I found it interesting that instead of laying down like what they always say, like just a black base and then start layering down the marbleizing, the black base he used was a pearl black base. So I was like, oh, that's interesting. I don't really hear too many people talking about the pearl black base. So he laid that out, and then he ends up hitting it with like it's a color that shifts on the marbleizer. I don't think they make that one available anymore, but my friend Javier was telling me that you could tint it and you could kind of create your own mix with it. But it was just interesting that he laid out marbleizer, and then he did the process with the plastic, tacking it on, taking it off, and then spraying another different color of marbleizer on there. The same thing, the whole process. And then after all that was done, he went ahead and he started to pretty much candy the whole car. So having two different marbleizer colors plus the candy gave it like a whole nother effect and depth. It was pretty cool. I was like, man, I want to try that. Maybe not on a whole car, but at least like inside of a panel would be quite interesting to do something like that, So it'd be kind of cool. Let's see. Yo, Slowly Models, what's up, man? Thank you for joining. We're about to get started in a little bit. Got the second issue right here. I was tripping out. Last week we did the first issue, which was the premiere one, right? And I was looking at the comments, and let's see here. Hydro Hype, the individual you see right there in the photo, like he's the one that made this book right here, and he commented on there. So he saw the video, and I was like, oh, what dope. So he dropped us a comment, replied back, and I hope in the future to if he's down, it'll be dope to get them on the podcast, you know, chop it up and ask them about the magazine coming together, you know, the history behind it, the motivation, what was the, you know, everything that started it off, you know, that whole process during that era, and also like why it came to an end, you know. I would like to know that for sure, you know. But when the time is right, hopefully we could lock that one down, you know. But yeah, I'll keep you guys posted on that right there. Let's see, we got before we get started, another comment here from Bugs on the chat. Let's see, he says, can let's see, I think, can we get Armando to do a tutorial on the interiors one time for the CN68 convertible, a tangerine, and lay it low website. Look like leather. Oh, Sunset Strip replica. All right, on. Dang. All right. So you guys know what's going on right there. Cool. I just wanted to mention it. So, all right, guys, I'm going to get started on the book right here. This is Lowrider in Scale Magazine, issue April 2012, right there. On the cover, as you can see, this looks like a Gary Seeds model car. It says Inside the Mind of Gary Seeds. And then also down here, we have George Ramirez's 49 lead sled right there. All right, cool. So just by seeing the cover, you know, this car looks really interesting right here. You got, you know, this blue, really dark blue right here. Well, it looks more like a candy, right? But it's just like the lighting, it makes it look kind of dark, because right here it looks a little bit lighter. And then this gold roof right here, kind of taking us back to that Bad Seed car he had done. And then, you know, you start to see these panels right here, like this whole like section here, right? Pretty dope. Get a couple colors right there, and then back to the blue on the bottom right there. You also got the old school Lowrider magazine classic plaque right there in the front. Freddie Soto, what's up, man? Thank you for joining. And then we also got the engine detail right there. All right, cool. So yeah, this is definitely a nice car to put on the cover to get the attention right here. So, you know, we got the editor's corner right here. And then we also got let me see, I want to tilt this a little, man. This glare is killing me. The Jeffries ad right here. Check this out, man. Back in the day right here, 2012. That's cool. You guys can still visit that website, still available. And then right here we have the hype right there. There he is, the man behind the magazine. Hydro Hype right there. And then over here we have a model. Oh, nice. This is it says here we wanted to recognize 10-year-old Haley. Let's see. She's a daughter of Dynasty member Chris Miner. Oh, that's cool. Dang, she did that car right there. That's pretty awesome, man. That's awesome. I hope that my daughter can do a model car in the future too. And I could, like, you know, be like, bam, let's show the model. What'd you do? You know, that'd be pretty cool. Let's see over here. We have Unusual Suspects. Dude, look how low this car looks right here. This is clean right here. Yeah, they took some nice photographs. You get that mirror reflection on the bottom. That's pretty cool. Really digging that right there. Then we get a shot right here of the interior. Look at that right there. All in red with that chain steering wheel. The shifter. That's pretty cool. OmniWorks. Luis, what's up, man? What up? Francisco, what's up? Yeah. Yeah, this is a nice one right here. And that red just pops right out of that car right there. And then here we go. Got another photo right there. Yeah, these are all nice photographs right here. Let's see. Let me see what I could read. The phrase always bet on black is a phrase that is not usually associated with the model car building. By the same token, the two models on this page are not usually associated with lowriders. Wait, what? The two models? Wait a minute. I'm like trying to see, is this the same or different car? Let me see. Kind of hard to tell if it's a different car. It looks like the same car. It is a different car. I can see now how. This is what gave it away, guys. The pillar right here. This is how I see it. Watch, I'm gonna get it on there. This one has it, and this one doesn't. It's like cut off right there. It's not on there. You see it better right here. Bam. So it is 2 models. Wow. They're like brothers and sisters right here. What a trip. Nice. Yeah, these are clean right here. You got the shaved door handles right there as well. Let's see. These are built by Luke right here. Luke Kenyon. Oh wait, of South Australia. Wait, what is slowly? Is this Luke, your homie? What the heck? Dang. Let's see. It says it right here. Yeah, Lit City. What the heck? Dang, dude. That's cool. Awesome. Hey, all right. This says a lot. Man, Luke's been killing it for a long time. I think that's crazy. This is 2012. And man, I know you've told me about Luke a while back, you know? And I'm talking about like probably more than 5 years. Before 2020, I remember you telling me about Luke. And you hear that? God damn, these bikers, bro. They're running the streets over here. Anyway, yeah, damn, this is so clean, man. This is dope. What a trip. I was trying to find his name. And then right here, it's like right in the middle. That's pretty dope, man. Hey, Luke's been on here on the chat. Sometimes he jumps in and he chimes in. So shout outs to him. These are his beautiful 2 model cars right here, man. I'm stunned. That's so dope, man. Later when you, if you talk to him or something, let him know. Man, shout outs to Luke. I got to get Luke on in the future too. We got to make that happen, bro. Daniel Evans, what's up, man? Thank you for joining us. Thank you, bro. Let's see. Roger Chavez. Let's check this out, guys, right here. We got this beautiful truck right here and also this beautiful candy. I just love these colors, how they're popping out to me right now. Let's check it out. So we got the mini truck right here. Look at the front grille right there. That's a really nice design. The wheels and even like the fender, how it sticks out right there. That's really nice. This sits nice and low right there. Dude, look at the back though. Is this sticking out? It looks like it, huh? Like it looks 3-dimensional. I'm not sure. If you guys saw this car in person, let me know. Because I'm like, wait, is that a mural? Or is that just like, is it popping out? That's crazy. That is pretty cool. Styrene Live 505. What's up, man? Welcome back, bro. Another week right here, bro. Thank you for joining. Mr. 5.7x28. What up, man? Thank you for chiming in right there. Joining us. Yeah. Dude, this is beautiful right here. This is nice. And then look at this caddy. This looks like a real car. Like this photo right here. Like if you weren't looking at you know, or didn't even know that I was looking, flipping through a book that had a model cars, you would think like this is a real caddy right here. Look at that right there. That's clean. That's some clean work right there. Man, I wonder what kind of paint was used on this caddy right here. It's a Cadillac Coupe de Ville. Let me see. Man, I'm trying to peep this real quick. I'm trying to read real fast. Trying to download it. The orange on this caddy is House of Color, orange pearl, and accented with the tan top. Okay. Dang, orange pearl. Okay, there's only 2 orange pearls. It's either gonna be the sunset or the what's the other one? Dang, I'll try to remember right now. But there's 2. There's 2 Tangelo maybe. I'm telling you, man, the pearls is always like the to go to with these House of Colors right there. But yeah, these are dope. Both of these cars right here. Let's see. Gonzo, what's up, man? Thank you for joining us right here. Yeah, these 2 cars look really nice, guys. Right here. Now over here on this side, we have, it looks like a 66 Impala. Let's see. This one says, keeping it classic. Let me see. Even though we are usually in favor of loiters and customs, we will never forget how the car was before we decided to customize. Here we recognize that even stock Impalas still have a place at Lowrider and Scale magazine. This 66 Impala issued by Revell was built by Marcos Cruz. Dope. That's pretty cool, man. Look at how clean this is right here. Clean stock style right there. The beautiful red. All the trimmings. Most likely bare metal foil right there, which I know a lot of people get nightmares at night with bare metal foil. But this guy did it. Even you see the antenna right here too. That's pretty dope. And then the bottom chassis right there, that's clean right there. Even painted the engine orange right there. That stock Chevy engine right there. And look at the back right here too. Engine right there. That's what I'm talking about. This is clean. This is like right out of the box right here. You don't see any aftermarket products. You know, this is like you buying the kit, putting the skills to the test, testing your patience, putting it all together, and end result right here. You know, this is beautiful. It's really hard to build something out of stock. As much as people could say like, oh, that's easy, this and that, eyes closed and everything, it is hard for sure. It is hard. I've tried it, and it's hard because you get tempted, you know, as much as you want to like be like, oh, I'm going to put everything, you're going to run into problems where some things might not fit. And you're like, why did they even put that in there? But it has to go. And sometimes like you're going to be like, oh, you know what? I'm going to take this off, or I'm going to cut this out, or I'm going to change the wheels, or I'm going to, you know, you want to customize it. You want to keep wanting to add your flavor, but it's hard because you can't. You're not supposed to, right? If you're going to go that style or whatever. But it's all good, man. My respects right here. My hat's off to you, man. That's dope. Let's see. Ooh, here we go. So this is the 49 Sedan right here by George Ramirez. This is what's mentioned on the cover right here. So this is another feature right here. George Ramirez from Southern California. I've met him. I haven't seen him. It's been a minute, but yeah, last time I saw him was probably like at the SoCal Open, I want to say. Maybe a couple years back. But man, this guy kills it. He always does some pretty clean and badass work right here. So check it out. We have this Merc right here, which, I mean, he made it like, you know, he went from a 2-door to like a 4-door with suicide doors. It's pretty crazy when you see this car. Definitely a custom. You don't really see many like this built. Let's see. All right, let me read a little bit right here so we could get a little backstory. So it says, there's no question that this 49 Mercury catches the eye almost intimately. It's one of those cars that you have to ask yourself, is that a 4-door? Because I'm so used to seeing the 2-door AMT version. Dang, the AMT. Crazy. Because that kit has been out so long. It is rare that you see one that is really different, that makes you look twice. Well, George Ramirez of Down to Scale has done just that. Wow. Oh, okay. So he started with the new 49 Merc custom coupe 2-door. First things first, George chopped the top of the Merc and decided to do what most of us never seen, and that was to make it a 4-door. Yeah, that's true. Okay. So I know which kid he's talking about right here. This is the 49, the one from Revell. That is pretty nice. Right there. I'm pretty sure he probably used House of Color paint on this too, I want to say. But These are also beautiful photos, really nice, showcasing the car, the layout. You know, when you flip through a mag, especially with model cars, you want to try to see as many photos as you can of the build, you know? A lot. Let's see, Juan Amesca comments, that Merc is sick in person. Yeah, man, it is. I agree. Yeah, this one's really nice. And yeah, it's just one of those models, man. And also I wanted to add, it looks like he made it right hand drive, right? Right. Dang, because it's not on the left. The heck? Yeah, it must have, because it's getting highlighted right here too. And then you see the steering wheel too on the other side. Oh, the Easter eggs. So yeah, there's a lot of different things right here that are added to this build. I believe this piece right here is also from the AMT one, or maybe it's the Revell one, because I have this kit. I just don't remember them giving you that grill right there. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. Let's see. Armando adds, the Merc got the Masterpieces Award. Nice. Oh, that was at the SoCal Open. Yeah, I remember now. Dang. Yeah, this one's beautiful, man. But yeah, when you look at a model car magazine, you know, you want to see as many photos in the different layout. And, you know, this was really executed really well. You know, you get the front, you get the side right here, the top, a little bit of everything right there. That's pretty dope. Steven Kessel, what's up, man? What up? All right. Oh, shoot. Check it out. Grand National Roadster Show, guys. So check it out. It's such a trip that we're even looking at this because man, is my hair standing up? No, I'm playing. It's not. So me and my friend were actually talking about the show today. I was telling him, hey, man, because he lives in Northern California. And I was telling him, hey, dude, next year you should come down and let's go to this show, the Grand National Roadster Show, because I've missed like the last 3, 4, I don't know. I've missed like all of them. You know, I remember going a couple times and I never went back. I haven't gone back. I've been missing out on them. And next year they're happening. They're going down again. Watch. I'm gonna check my phone real quick. Let me see if I can look at my phone real quick for you guys. Just hang on real quick. Grand National Roadster Show takes place in Pomona here in Southern California. Question to you guys. Do you guys also go to this show? If you guys, I don't know, throw like a 1 in the chat or something. If you guys go to this show. Or number 2, if you've never gone to this show. But let's see. Grand National Roadster Show 2026. Oh my gosh. It's already here. It's creeping up because it goes down in January. All right. 2026 dates. All right. Here we go. So this one is going to be taking place Friday, January 30th through Sunday, February 1st, 2026. Bam. All right. If you guys are out here in California, we got to go to this. We got to check it out. So I was telling my friend, like, hey, dude, you need to come down, come through. We'll figure out what day we're going to go and we'll go check it out. I know to me, it seems like Friday's a busy day, but it's also kind of like a chill day because a lot of people still have to go to work, right? But for those that have the day off, that are going to be there 3-day weekend and all that, I mean, they get to see all this stuff all the time. And, you know, they're probably just chilling or not even out there. So it's more us, the enthusiasts that are out there, like wanting to see the newest reveals, the newest cars, the newest like cars that are going to make the noise for the year, you know? And by Friday seems like would be a dope day to get coverage, content, record stuff, hang out. And also, you know, like if you want to go out there on a Saturday, bring out the family, maybe like you want to go, but you know, you can't go because you got priorities. You got your lady, you got your kids and all this stuff. And you just know that there's just no way. So Saturday would be the day, be like, hey, let's go to this thing. I want to check it out. Bring the whole fam. They got food there, all this stuff. Cruise around for like an hour or 2 and then just jam, you know? But at least, you know, whew, I went. I took some photos. I ran into some friends real quick and everything. And you're good, man. Then Bounce. You still got Sunday to rest and then go back to work Monday. So that's the Saturday plan. You know, that could be possible. But Sunday is a day where, you know, it's also the cars are still there. Those cars are there all 3 days, but I feel like Sunday's busier. A lot of people who couldn't make it, they're like, I'm going there. I'm going there Sunday because it's the last day. But on top of that, they also do the like a model car show. So if you guys have your model cars, you want to bring them in, get there early, set them up, but you got to stay there till it ends. I don't know if it's at 3 p.m., 4 p.m. where they start to call out awards of who got what. But then the show ends like later, right? But yeah, that's another cool thing. You know, they add that little element right there for us, for the model cars. So this right here, this is coverage from that. But dude, this is 2012, bro. We're going back right here. So this is what was busted out at the Grand National Roadster Show in 2012. So let's start right up here. We have, let's see here. I keep tilting this. I think this is Willie Jr.'s car, the 70 Impala right here. I'm recognizing that car right there. Oh, it's nice. We got some more right here. Man, this glare though, it's killing me, guys. Sorry. Got a glass house right over here. Got this nice pickup right there. Whew, look at this one back here. This is nice. This little truck right here. Got a 63, the Rivy. I always like when they do these models with these little signs right here. You know, it emulates like the real thing right here. And then right here we have a photograph of Down a Scale right there, hanging out in the quad area. Man, 2012, rocking the shirts right there. Then we have another model here with the nice fade in the middle. Man, that is straight right there. That looks really nice. Going all the way up here to the roof. Let's see. Oh, there's Willie right there. I see Willie. And oh, this is George Ramirez right here. This is the guy who made the Merc that we were just looking at right there. Dang. Shout outs to those guys. We got the Rivy right here. And it looks, man, is this the 67? I don't know if it's an Impala or Caprice. This one right here, this orange one. I've never seen this one before. Got the top right there cut out. That's pretty nice. Yeah, there's a lot of beautiful cars right here that you're looking at right here. Just all these colors are just popping out. They're sticking out right there. Let's see. Luis adds. I went once on accident. Went to the Hot Rod show itself and ran into the model car show. Couldn't tell you what year though. All right on, dude. Right on. Man. Yeah, this is quite interesting. Let's see. Let's see. JC, what's up, dude? Let's see. You're asking, anyone have a tutorial on applying murals? Yeah, that's a good one. I don't, but let's see. I'm trying to think if I've come across anything online. I know for the most part, JC, I've seen people apply like water slide decals, and then they could add effects over that when airbrushing and then clear coating it. I have seen something more like that, but as far as something, just original, like adding your own kind of mural graphics, definitely would have to get probably like a micron airbrush from Iwata, I'd say. But yeah, I'm not on that level yet to be doing that stuff. Would love to learn though. But if you guys know anything, please let us know. Plug us in. But yeah, this is pretty cool, man. Let's see. All right, here we go. So this here, we're flipping through the page now. We're getting close to the center. I could feel it by flipping these pages. Here we have Gary Seeds. Let me pull up the mag right here so you guys can see Gary Seeds. He was on the podcast not too long ago, right here. The master artist himself, Gary Seeds. Just look at that car right there. So beautiful. Man. All right. So this is the car we have on the cover right here. This is the 67 Impala right here. This is the AMT Impala. All right. So, man, just look at that right there. I'm trying to see how close I can get it for you guys. I love the colorway that he used on this car. It's really nice. And then here we have this GMC truck. Look at that right there. Yeah, I like how he always does these interior panels in here. The different colors. That's nice. See right here, they add this GMC truck was sprayed with some 40-year-old candy lacquer. The candy red is 15 light coats shot over a metal flake base, cleared with urethane and pinstriped by hand. Also features French antennas, custom grille, square headlights, hydraulic setup in the bed, and of all this sits on MCR Kragers wrapped in Pegasus 520 tires. And then, by the way, the chrome on this truck is outclad and looks just like chrome. Damn, that's dope. Look at that. Let's get another peep right there. So 15 coats of candy lacquer right there. The real deal, the real stuff. That is nice. Oh, look. You get a little peek. It looks like the hydro setup right there. Just a tiny little sneak peek. Paint Maverick, what's up, man? Where you been, bro? Are you just joining us or you been on here just chilling? Look at that. This is like so simple, but very effective right here. You know, this is really nice. You got, you shoot down your base color and then you do like that side panel right there, a fade all around, and then it looks like he did a fade up top, on the sides of the hood right there, and just left the roof, not even hitting that right there, just leaving like that. That's nice. You could even see down here on this one the sparkle right there. That's really clean. So I'm telling you guys, I'm taking notes. This is like the stuff you want to see, you want to study. And just take some notes. So whenever you build a car, you want to be like, oh, what was that one car? What did Gary do that one time? All right, let me try it. But I'm gonna try it with other colors or whatever, And look at this car right here. This is beautiful right here. Dang. French antennas right there. Custom front grille. Yeah, something about the dark colors going to the lightest are really nice. But yeah, this is so nice. So you got the side, even the middle panel right there, and just that clear, like right here when you stare at that hood, and even right here on this top fender with the lights hitting it, reflecting. Man, it looks very very rich and thick. It just looks right. Like you could just bust out the little machine, buff it out, and it's always going to look clean under the sun right there. Let me see. Paint Maverick says, just joined, a bit offended. I wasn't aware the podcast was starting. Dang. I don't know what's going on, man. Like, I've had that, like I sub to channels and stuff, and I never get like the notification, not even an email, nothing. You know, I just find the video after, or when I'm on, they're on. I'm like, oh dang, got to jump on. Let's see, Mike Jr., what's up? Yeah, but this is a nice one right here. It says here, one of the meanest customs I've seen in a while is this 66 Impala from fascia. Just seems to... Wait, the front fascia. Oh, there we go. Or fascia? Maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong. Just seems to intimidate the first sight. There is something about the custom grille, the 4-square headlight, and no chrome bumper that really gives a clean, aggressive look. Oh yeah, it does. You see that right there. I guess it's what the style of the headlights, right? The way they look. I mean, they're square, but they almost look sideways right there. And the wheels too, they're nice. I really like the pipes, how they're laying out like that. Man, I wonder, does Gavin sell any of these kind of pipes, chrome? Lower model car parts? I'm gonna have to hit him up. I want to know if Gavin can make these kind of pipes, get them chrome plated, and these kind of pipes, and sell them chrome plated. I mean, you might be able to get away with the aluminum rod in it too, but man, if you already got it and made specifically for certain cars, just get it. Ooh, back up. Here we go. Now we're in the middle. This is the spread right here. Wow, this is like something you could take out and put it on your wall, get it framed, you know, get a nice frame right here. Check this out. This Rivy era right here, the Rivy. So this is what I'm talking about here. These colors. Pretty sure it's pearl. You got some candy. It's cobwebbing right there. And just the way these panels start and how they shoot back, and then they start to end right there. And the combination of the colors, you know, bright colors going into some darker colors, and then back to like brighter colors right there. Quite interested in wanting to know what material is that right there. That looks trippy. I don't know what that is right there. Then here's a view of the side right here, guys. Check this out. See how it says it ends right here? That's pretty nice. Then over on this side, we have, you know, the front hood open, but then we also see some foam laid out right here, and even inside, right under the hood, right there. And check out the doors, because when you zoom in on here, you'll notice that, you know, the doors were cut open, they were filled in, the jambs and all that was made. But then there's also like another piece that attaches to the door. It looks like the foam, most likely like the padding on there. Here, let me zoom out so you guys can stare at this. I'm gonna take a sip of my Synergy drink. Oh man, I'm thirsty right now. Let's see. All right, cool. What flavor is this? This one's called Trilogy. The Trilogy. Cool, man. This is nice. I like, you know, not just is this focused on the paint job, but it's also, there's a lot of focus on the engine and interior. This is nice. And then the wheels, they look like they're, I don't know. I'm kind of like, are they Hopping Hydro's wheels, or are they the wheels from Pegasus? You know? Shout outs to Gary, though. This is a beautiful car. Bam. All right. Now, ooh, they are showing another, just so you guys can see, this is Gary right here. Pinning a car right here, taping it down. More tape outs. And then this is the final product right here of that car right there. Laid out the flake, pinstripe, and all that good stuff right there. That's awesome. Man. Awesome work. All right, so moving on to the next section right here, we have double nickel. Ooh, this is Willie Jr. What? Dang, I'm gonna have to send this video to Willie later. Hopefully he watches it. Yeah, shout outs to Willie. Let's see. This says built by Willie Jr. of Down a Scale Model Club. I thought it was gonna say car club, but it's just Down a Scale Model Club. Is this 1955 Chevrolet Bel Air, which took their place at the Grand National Model Show. Looks like a first place to us, so we wanted it in here. This is the monogram kit, and Willie Jr. started by cutting the doors and trunk open, but then decided to take it a step further by cutting the glove box open as well. After cutting everything open, everything was hinged and jammed to open and close correctly. Since going the extra mile, it's obviously his style. From front seat was cut and hinged to allow passengers to sit in the rear. There is also real tissue in the box under the dash. Oh, what? That's cute. That's pretty cool, man. Dang, it's a nice little detail right there. Only after prepping the body to perfection, 2 different base coats were used. All right, here we go. This is the stuff I like. I like when they start telling us what they use for the paint right here, just to give us an idea. You know, you look at this car and you're like, all right, well, how did it get there? You know, tell us the journey. So right here it says Gamma Gold on the hood, trunk, and upper quarters, while the lower part of the vehicle has Nova Orange as a base. Both base coats are buried underneath House of Color Candy Spanish Gold. That's cool. Followed by enough clear to really make this baby shine. See, the bumpers on this 55 are from a convertible kit and has a custom stereo setup with subwoofers and amp. Pretty very clean. This is crazy. I'm not reading the whole article right here. Nah, this is cool. I'm digging this. There is one more thing we really like, and that is the black license plate. That's a true California. Ooh, let's see. Oh, let's see what happened. Uh-oh. Did I disconnect? Let me know, guys. All right, we are connected. I don't know. I got a notification we disconnected, but you guys let me know if we did or didn't. Let me see. Then we have the engine right here, the front end. Look at that right there. That's clean. And this is what they were talking about, the front seat being hinged. Here, let me zoom in, man. What's going on? What's going on? This glare. All right. This is getting so annoying for me right now. There we go, right there. You can see the front seat folding forward right there, letting people like, come on, get in. Hurry up, get in. When you have the the steering wheel right in your chest, you're like, boo, get in, dog. We gotta go. Psh, psh. Double nickel. The name of this car right here. Dang, shout outs to Willie. All right, let's see. Ooh, here we have a car named, look at this layout right here. So it's called Dragon Heart. This is by Mike Tellez right here. Mike Tellez is a name you should be familiar with if you have been building lowriders for a minimum of 10 to 15 years. I remember seeing his work in lowrider bicycle. The work was always clean, detailed, and shiny. To prove this, Mike has won over 350 awards. Dang, that's a lot of awards. Let's see. Has been in more than his fair share of magazines and even taught a class at Michael's Arts and Crafts. Oh, what? The ride we are featuring is known as Dragon Heart right there. All right, cool. So let's zoom in on this, man, because there's a lot to take in right here. Let me see. I'm gonna try to play around with my lighting real quick, and then I'm gonna have to switch it back. Let's see. Hopefully I don't mess this up. All right, 65. Let's see if I could turn it up a little low. Ooh, there we go. I don't know. I probably look kind of weird right now, but whatever. The focus is on the magazine, all right? So let me see if I can zoom in. How much I can zoom in right here? Right there. Look at the wire wheels right there. Those look like those like Herb Deeks wire wheels. Like you start seeing the the spokes right there. You got the front part, the front fenders folding forward. You have the hood right there opening sideways. You have the wired engine detail right here. The distributor. And then when it's closed, look at the front end right there. Damn, all this looks like photo etch to me. A lot of it does. And then we got a close-up of the engine work right here. That's nice right there. I wonder what kind of, I don't know if this is bare metal foil or what this is right here. Because it's reflecting off right there. That looks really nice. Another thing too is the rear, it looks like the side panel here, they cut it out to make their own custom window right there. Because this does look like the 39 panel. Chevy panel doesn't come like that. So that's nice. And then there's like some engraving right there with looks like flames right there. Dragon Heart, the name of the model. Let me see. Let me check something real quick, guys. I just want to make sure this connection's pretty cool because it was tripping earlier. I was like, what's going on, man? What's happening? Okay, yeah, everything's cool. So then this is like the this is the stuff that gets us excited, right? When you start seeing the interiors, things like this. You got this like pump setup, you got the wiring, you even got like small little issues printed up, laying down there, little magazines on the floor. And then in the back you have the door open right there. Look at that. With the little mirrors in there. And all that just looks really inviting, like if you're staring at this car, you're at the show and you're like, what, man, look at that. Scott, what's up, man? Thank you for joining us right here, bro. Thank you for the love. Let's see. Scott says, awesome pod. Cass been looking forward to it each week. Oh, man, thank you. Thank you for the kind words. And then over here, we have some artwork. Check it out, JC. It's a mural right here. And it says Dragon Heart. So, see this right here? I don't know if it's airbrush or if this is done by just brush. I wonder if it says anything right here. It has to. Let me see. Maybe at the end. I'm trying to read right here real quick for you guys. There's a rumor of a comeback since he's had a few projects in the works. After winning over 350 awards, he doesn't have anything to prove here, but we hope the next generation to come, he continue to build, even if it's just the love and building. All right on. Dang. Yeah, it doesn't say, but I'll find out. I need to find out regarding the because yeah, you see the dragon right there spitting that fire right there. Just burning. It looks like it's burning a city. That's crazy. Dang. Yeah, this is a nice car right here. Like if you saw it like that, you didn't know. You wouldn't know all this stuff until you see the back. A lot of stuff right there. Let's see. Snapshots. This is coverage of the second annual Buckeye Classic in Columbus, Ohio. Right here. Here we have, looks like the Caddy right up there. Some Chevys. Man, look at this little car. I didn't even know they made that in a model. Interesting. We got some more down here. Little diorama piece right there, little garage. Oh, that's a nice 64. Yeah, these are all nice. Oh, look at this one with this fader here in the middle. That's clean. Matching wheels right there, matching the paint job. The coverage. Here, let me, man, what the heck? I'm trying to see real quick. All right, so let's put this back to how I had it. I wonder if it's this light. Which light is it? Trying to see which is the light that's messing with this glare. All right, let's see here. All right, let's see. So this is Pink Chevy by Sony Orsini. Oh, what is an Impala right here? Look at that, Javi. Pink Maverick. You should paint your car like this. No, I'm playing. That's cool. What is this? Probably the internet for anything car related is one of my favorite pastimes next to building. And when I came across this 1995 Chevy Impala, I thought someone built their girl on a serious ride. Boy, I was wrong. This car was built by a young lady named Sonia Orsini, and after contacting her about the vehicle, we found out that this is not the first time she's built a car. Right on. Cool. So we got the 101. Yeah, these things are fast, man. These cars right here. Nice. All right, let's see. Next page. We got Dark Side Customs. Welcome to the dark side. All right. Dang, look at that. That looks clean right there, man. Shh. Shaved door handles. I'm assuming maybe this back one's like a suicide door coming out. That's some clean engine work right there with the wiring. Steering wheel. Some subs in the back. Ready to do some damage. Wake up some people. And then down here, who do we got? Dang. Let's see. It says here, why the spoke? Let's see this article. All right, let me get comfortable right here. It says, after talking to several lowrider modelers and asking which rim they prefer, although they all had their own personal preference, most like some sort of spoke rim, whether it be Pegasus, 1109s, 1113s, or spokes by Jeffries Armando Flores, or the many two who cast wheels companies that produce spoke wheels for modelers. We believe that since spoke comes in so many different configurations. So far with the size, depth, spoke count, chrome, colored, gold, front wheel drive, rear wheel drive, etc. It's hard to find a body style that you can't put some sort of spoke that looks good on it. Let's see. All right, so yeah, because I'm like, I've seen this ribby before. So this here is George Ramirez, Buick Riviera, example of just what I'm talking about. Right on. Dang. Look at this. Look at the rivy right here. That's clean. Right there. It's a trip though, because, you know, like the wheels and rims and all that, they go back a very long time. And, you know, we're still talking about it till today. And even though now we have, you know, Gavin doing his thing, you know, and people are 3D printing. So, man, it's still topic, you know. It's still kind of going down with that preference, what you like. Here we have David Sean, aka Mini Dreams, right here, with his clean 63 Impala right here. It looks like a real car as well. That's very clean. I love the stance. I love that front end, how it's just, you know, like sticking up, like they just hit that switch. And here we have a picture of the interior right there. That looks very realistic right there with the little magazines, little bicycle mags cut out. Over here we have another picture of the 63 Impala. Then we got the other angle right here of the 63. Shout outs to Mini Dreams. This one's called Gold Duster right here. Yeah, I haven't talked to Mini Dreams in a minute. It's been a while. I think last time we were in contact was through Facebook. We were chatting right there on the messages, but it's been a long time, man. If you're out there, you know, listening or watching or anything, man, much love, man. Maybe in the future we could get you on, bro. We could do a podcast or something too. Would love to get you on because I know you have a lot of history in the scene right here. Bam. So this is like, it looks like the last feature because as I turn the page, bam, it ends. So let's see. Back to the this little ad right here. Trendsetter 68. Franklin Inc. 2006. Damn, it's a long time. Take your models from ordinary to extraordinary, featuring the specific line of custom decals for scale model lowriders. These are water slide decals to be applied on the basic kits, decals found in today's kits. Oh, wow. So all this right here, it's water slide decals. Crazy. Each set is $10. $10 and free shipping. Not bad. PayPal. This is PayPal right there. Damn, imagine people just start sending money to that account and he doesn't even know. And then one day he's like, let me check it. He's like, oh man, the hell? Where'd all this money come from? Nah, stupid. Yeah, but there it is, guys. That was the second issue of the Lowrider in Scale magazine right here. 2012 April right there. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let's see. I still have more issues of this. I still have more, so I will be looking through those, you know, busting those out for sure as we go. And I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what's up, you know, as we go on. There's like, man, I got like a stack of mags in a box, like things I need to go through. Here, let me see if I could change the angle of the camera real quick. The raw footage. Let's see. Bam, right here. All right. So as you can see, I'm sitting down right here. Just finished this one up. Back there, right there, we got a box. All the box is kind of hidden with mags, and then those other little boxes and the one up there, those are more mags that I need to cover and get into. But this one here, pretty dope. This one's a keeper. I am going to go on magcloud.com later and find the link to this video to put in the description, because I know later I'm going to be getting questions or comments, people asking like, hey, what's up with the issue? Where can I find it? I want to get it and all this stuff. So I want to be able to, hook you guys up with the link and all that. So that way you guys can check it out if you guys want to order it from magcloud.com. That's where I got this magazine from magcloud.com. I pretty much just went on there and started to, oh dang, what the heck? I'm all pressing the wrong button. I started to, just start doing my thing right there with the MagCloud, ordering stuff. So yeah, what was I going to add? So tomorrow, interviewing Pancho. That's going to be a fun episode. Pancho Barron. We're going to be doing the podcast. We're going to be doing it at 5 p.m. just so you guys can know. So we're going to be doing 5 p.m. the podcast. We're going to be just talking about a lot of stuff, especially like painting, things like that. Is going to be something that's going to be pretty fun. You know, he's been doing a lot of cool stuff with the RCs, also model cars. And, you know, right now I've been on this like paint kick of just taking it all in, asking questions, and I got questions for him that I want to ask him regarding like the paint he uses, some of the ways he approaches painting, especially laying down candy. You know, for a lot of people, candy's always been like a really hard thing. Even myself, you know, I find myself having to like think about it, like, all right, you know, how many passes, what am I gonna do, stuff like that. And we'll see what's up, you know, with that. But tomorrow, 5 p.m. So this is going to be an earlier one, you know. We're aiming for that originally the 10 p.m. slot, but, you know, things change. He won't be able to do it. So I was like, let's just do 5, man. I've been wanting to do 5. It'll work out for both, you know, because I'm going to tell you, man, it's tough sometimes to stay up late and record, almost try to doing it every night. It catches up. You know, yesterday, Sunday, I could have gone live. You know, I was a little like, I wanted to, but then there was a part of me that was like, nah, let me sit it out. Let me chill, because I need to get rest for the week, you know? And I ended up going to sleep early on Sunday because I was like, all right, tomorrow I have to, you know, package orders. I have to work. I have to, you know, get ready for, you know, for tonight and all these things. And then, you know, we got the interview tomorrow with the podcast with Pancho Barron. So, man, I'm hyped, man. I'm hyped. And I was like doing the episodes tonight like this because this hypes me up more, you know, as we go during the week. And at the same time, wanted to tell you guys, I mentioned it earlier on a video. I don't know if you guys have seen the video yet because I just posted it before I went on live. But I'll tell you guys here, I already got confirmation. The owner of Coast Airbrush is going to be on the podcast next week. So next week's episode, we will be posting that one up. We will be going live again at an early time. So most likely that one's going to be a little bit earlier at 4:30 p.m., you know. And, you know, I'm excited, man. I'm excited for that one too. Thank you, Casey. Yeah, you know, I had mentioned it on a video that I wanted to interview him. You know, he saw the video. He replied to the video on a Facebook post that he'd be down. So I'm like, dude, let's do it, you know. And I think the timing is good right now. I think the timing's right for us to get together and do an interview, you know, get to know more about the company, about the products that they sell, the things that they offer, because I still feel like, you know, there is a lot of information that needs to, you know, it needs to get out there regarding a lot of that stuff right there. So excited to get him on the podcast. And also, you know, we're going to be going down that rabbit hole, a lot of paint tech stuff as well. And the weekend or the week after that, I do have confirmation for another artist, model builder / custom painter, pinstriper, everything, you name it. Mercado, he's coming back this month. He already confirmed with me that he's down to do it. So we're just, you know, going to narrow down the date and the time, and we're good. So another homie right there that's a painter. And yeah, like we're just gonna keep it going, you know, like trying to get more and more info on all this stuff, because I know there's friends that are getting their airbrushes or getting their paints or getting all this stuff, and you know, they want to try this out. You know, a lot of people still paint with rattle cans. That's fine, but a lot of people that do that are also curious about painting with airbrush, you know. And there's a lot of info out there, but it's also always refreshing to hear it from them, you know, of how the way they apply the paint, and especially like if they run into any types of issues, like what is it that they do to overcome that kind of stuff right there. So pretty hyped on that. You know, we'll see what ends up happening. You know, where we end up going during these interviews. You know, they're always different. Every time, you know, we're on, it's always fun. I know there's always like a moment where we kind of just freestyle it, you know, because we're just chopping it up, almost like if we saw each other and we're just like talking, you know, at a show or something. So man, I had to drink that real quick. Then I got my water, but man, let me show you guys this real quick. Let me flip the screen here. Camera angle number 2. Let's see, did I press it? Oh, I didn't. Thought I did. All right, man. I can't stop staring at this. I have this this bottle right here. Look at that. I don't know how close I can get. Bam, right there. Oh, it kind of goes out of focus when I move it. But yeah, this is really nice stuff right here. Yeah, this is even like just like right here. I can't zoom in on it because I don't have control over that camera zooming in right now. But man, it's just like, oh, right there. Look, you can see the bling right there on the bottom as I'm just moving it. Something about this bottle, like the bling of it just mesmerizes me all the time. Like I haven't even used it or anything. I just have it like right there, and I'm working on my model, whatever. And then I'll just take a break and I just kind of look at it and I just move it around and I'm like, dang, look at all this. And that's that Danny D crushed glass fine. Later, I'm going to buy the other one, just the regular coarse version. It's a lot bigger in size, but this is the fine one that I ended up getting. So I feel like when I do end up using this, I'm going to end up applying it dry on whatever, you know, which the hood or somewhere on the model. I'm going to end up doing that. I do have an adapter for it that I'll be using. So I'll most likely spray clear and then have the this crushed glass on that adapter and then just start spraying it out, you know, and then later come back with the clear, you know, and try to bury it. You probably need to put so much clear to bury this stuff. It's crazy. Yeah, they have a lot of different colors. I only picked up this color right here. Well, I don't know. I mean, it looks silver, you know, but it's like a chrome glass. I don't know. It looks trippy when you're looking at it. A lot of bling, that's for sure. Right there. But yeah, so I'm expecting pinstripe paint to arrive. There we go. Let's see. Pinstripe paint to arrive. Oh, a lot better. I'm gonna be getting that stuff in pretty soon, and I'm gonna be practicing with it. So I went to Home Depot over the weekend, and I did post a short on it. I ended up picking up a 6-pack of the shop towels. Found that. I was like, cool, we got that. I got a quart of the lacquer thinner. And man, the lacquer thinner, I mean, when you buy a quart, it's expensive. You're better off getting the gallon because you get like 3 quarts in a gallon, right? It's almost like you're getting one for free, you know? But here's the deal. Right here, I don't have space to store a whole gallon because of the height. That thing is pretty tall. So even though, let's say I pour out a quart into this bottle that I have to use, I would have to store away this big old thing, but I don't have room for it. So I don't want to have it just hanging out in the garage, you know? I do have a shelf that's like full of paint and stuff like that. And it's a trip because even though the garage gets hot, that shelf inside does not get hot. Everything stays nice and cool, like a nice temperature. So I like keeping all that stuff in there, right? And I'm like, dude, this ain't gonna fit in there. So I just was like, I gotta get the quart, you know? So I got that. And then I'm walking around and I'm like, all right, I'm looking for mineral spirits. There's no mineral spirits. I asked the guy, I'm looking for mineral spirits. Where can I find it? And then he tells me, oh, I'm sorry, we don't carry it anymore. And I was like, what? I'm like, for real? He's like, yeah, we don't carry it anymore. I don't know when they stopped carrying it, you know? But I was like, oh, that sucks. Cause, you know, I felt like I was going to get everything, right? So I took off. I started searching online. Most likely Ace Hardware or some other store is going to have it around here from where I live. So that'll be the next thing I need to buy. And pretty much the reason why I need that is whenever I'm, like spraying not spraying, I'm using for pinstriping, right? I bought some Alpha enamel, and that's more of enamel oil-based like paint. Whenever I'm using my brushes to practice with that, I do use mineral spirits to that and lacquer thinner to clean out my brushes and get the paint out and all that stuff, you know? So a lot of the times I use mineral spirits to I dip a little bit in it and then I palette the paint with that. So back then when Alpha 6 was like releasing a lot of their paint, they really weren't, at that time, they weren't selling any type of reducer for their paints. So what ended up happening was that, I would get the brush. The brush was full of oil. I would dip it in lacquer thinner, get all the oils out, have all the bristles just shake in there or whatever. And then I would get a little Dixie cup, put paint in it, and then I'd have a jar full of mineral spirits. And then I dab a little bit in there and then bring it into the paint, introduce it to the paint, and just, be kind of moving it around. And then after that, I'd get like a magazine or just something, lay it out, or a flyer, and then I'll just start paletting it right there. And then I'd be able to use it to practice. And that was fun and everything. So I wanted to redo that, but I don't have the mineral spirit. So right now I can't do it. I already have the Alpha 6. I have the lacquer. I have my brushes with me. I have all that stuff. That's the only component I'm missing. Aside from that, I am expecting another package from Paint Huffer with pinstripe paint from House of Color, some urethane enamel, and also one from Coast Airbrush as well. And that one's the pinstripe reducer, and also this adhesive promoter as well. So these are all things I'm expecting to arrive hopefully this week, and this way I could start playing around with the Alpha 6, get more familiar with it, get in tuned, and then after that I can start to try to do my thing with the pinstripe of the cars and all that good stuff, and just kind of go from there. So we'll see what happens. I'll keep you guys posted. We'll see what goes down. I'm gonna wrap it up right here though. I'm gonna take off. I'm thinking, man, should I, because I gotta clean up some things here. I'm I don't know if I should do that or if I should do this or that. I don't know. I got a lot of little options right now, but I'm gonna be taking off, letting you guys go, and we'll be good. But before I go, let's see what JC says right here on the comments. Let me see. Maybe. Oh, you're right. Regarding the crushed glass, you say, I want to see that over white, or maybe buy a cheap detail gun from Harbor Freight. Also, mineral spirits to thin it a bit, right? Yep. Let's see. Are you going to try leafing for the pinstripe as well? I was laying down some tape on the Corvair on the side just to kind of get an idea of all right, maybe I could do leafing right here from here to here, right? And I already have the size and the tape. It would just be like laying it down, letting it dry with this like heat, and then coming back and laying down the leaf, right? But the leaf would be more like variegated leaf. That's the idea I had in it. Something that already has all these little like patterns in it. So this way there's just something, it's so thin, it's so small, but there's something inside of it, right? So I was thinking about doing something like that. And if, let's say if worst comes to worst and I'm like, man, you know what? I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm going to save the leafing for a different car. Then I'd probably just draw like a pinstripe line across on both sides. But we'll see. Until I get the paint and everything, we'll go from there. I think right now the main thing I got to do is airbrush the flames on the back of the car, just that one panel, and that's it. Once that's done, then I'll wait for the stuff to arrive and kind of go from there. And after that, we'll see what happens. We'll see what I end up doing. But I'll keep you guys informed. I'll let you guys know, keep you guys in the loop of what I end up doing with that, and we'll go from there. But let me shout you guys out before I take off. So I'm going to go to the chat. Model Cars 1589, Juana Mesqua, Bugs, Slowly Models, Francisco Garcia, OmniWorks, Armando Flores, Daniel Evans, Styrene Life 505, Mester 5, 7X28, Gonzo, Styrene Life 505, Steven Kessel as well, JC's Loader Model Builds, and let's see who else. Am I missing anybody? Oh yeah, Mike Jr., Paint Maverick, can't forget about the homie right there, and Scott Batchelor. What up? All right, guys, Freddie Soto. All right, guys. Well, later on, I'll let you guys go. But tomorrow we'll be on earlier, 5 p.m. So if you guys can join us live, I would really appreciate that right there. And if you guys have any questions or anything, just drop them in the chat. But, if anything, hopefully you guys can tune in maybe later after the recording in case if you miss it, But I'm going to let you guys go. Have a good night. Peace out, guys. All right. Later.